guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and in this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to share with you a real, I'm going to say classic, but it's a real classic, like deli style tuna pasta salad. It's like the mayo version of the tuna pasta salad. Now I have an Italian tuna salad that I made a couple years ago and I shared it here with you. That's my other like all-time favorite tuna salad. It's got potatoes in it. It's just something I grew up eating. But this is just a different vibe. To me, this is so 70s. This is so classic, like barbecue kind of, I don't know, it's just so good. I want to share it with you because if you've got people that are not big tuna fans, you will convert them with this recipe 1001%. You have to just trust me. And everything here, it's really easy, basic ingredients, but I'm telling you, they make for an amazing tuna pasta salad. So, I've got my pasta of choice, which are little mini bow ties, or I like ditalini here, or I like some little shells. I've got my water up to a boil. I'm actually just gonna add those right in, because those will take a little while to cook, along with a healthy pinch of salt, because you wanna make sure that the water is well salted. You'll need some frozen peas. Hang on to those, and then add about a minute before the pasta's done, we're gonna add those in. Tomatoes, carrots, which I've got some like shredded carrot sticks here that I just bought at the grocery store, so I'm gonna just run my knife through them and chop them finely. You'll need some celery, some red onion, some fresh dill. You'll need some tuna. Make sure it's a sustainable tuna that you feel comfortable purchasing, and you drain all the liquid out of it. And you'll need some mayo. You can use light mayo or regular mayo. You'll need a little bit of sour cream, but this also works really well with Greek yogurt, like plain Greek yogurt. You'll need a little bit of Dijon mustard, some granulated garlic, a little red wine vinegar, salt and pepper. That's everything that you need. It is so easy, but trust me when I tell you, it's absolutely dynamite, and we love, love, love this recipe so much. It's one of the best like tuna salads I think ever. It's just delicious, and like I said, it's a real classic. I'm just whisking all of my creamy components here together for the dressing. And if you don't want to do pasta, say you want to do like a low carb thing, you can do this with cauliflower. Just make sure that you cut them small, very much like my cauliflower pasta salad that I've shared with you here before in the past. Just make sure that you cut it small, and it's not going to be absorbent. It won't absorb the dressing and like really cling to it, but it'll still be delicious. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just, like I said, give my carrots a rough chop. If you're using regular carrots, I would just shred one carrot here. Otherwise, if you dice it, unless you dice it really fine, it's going to be just a little bit too hard to bite down on. But you could add it to the boiling water with the pasta and let that cook down a little bit, and it'll soften it. So the world is your pickle boo. You do you. I'm going to go ahead and dice my celery. When it comes to celery and in pasta salads or salads of any sort, really try to get yourself, really try to get the heart of the celery stalks so that they're really nice and tender, and you save the outer ones for soups and stews, because these are really, really tender and it's wonderful in the salad, but the outer ones are just a little bit too harsh, too stringy, so these just work perfectly. So I've got my carrots, celery, and onions that I finally chopped. I've also got my cherry tomatoes. I've got my dill. I've chopped everything up nice and small. Cherry tomatoes about bite size, or about the size of the pasta, I'd say. Add those right in. Then you need a good pinch of salt, because this is your chance to flavor like the dressing and the tomatoes. So you want to make sure that you don't skimp on that. And good amount of cracked black pepper. And now you're going to go ahead and add your tuna. And you're just going to mix all of this together before we add the pasta. I mean, this is delicious as is right now, to be honest with you. It would be a really good like tuna salad for a sandwich or something like that. But it's even better when it's coating pasta, because I think everything is better when it's coating pasta. I do like my carbs. I do like my pasta. What can I say? Speaking of, cooked it. At the last minute, I went ahead and added the peas to the pasta. Rinsed it under cold water just to stop it from cooking any further. And this is just a half a pound of pasta, and look how much it makes. It makes a ton. So if you want to go ahead and double the batch and use a whole box of pasta, then you really will feed a small army really happily. You just got to go ahead and take your time to really make sure that this is well tossed together. My mouth is salivating because it's I'm telling you, it's just so delicious. And even though it's creamy, you can see we didn't add like a cup and a half of mayo, you know? It wasn't much. It was about, I would say about a half a cup, a little shy of a half a cup, and then a little bit of sour cream. It's just perfectly creamy. It's gonna be full of flavor. Now I'm gonna go give this a taste right now because, you know, impatient and this looks good and I just gotta. But this gets better and better the longer it sits in your fridge. So, oh. That, I'm using the same fork. There's nobody else here today. Just us. The tomatoes are full of flavor. Like really juicy. The peas are sweet. It's not like a really heavily fishy. It's just, it's perfection. It's perfection. It's perfect for a party. Perfect for a get together, especially if you want to do like a throwback to classics. You will love it. Go to laurainthekitchen.com, get the written recipe. This is going to go in the fridge for a while before we go ahead and eat it for dinner. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me, and I will see you next time. Bye. That's so